Hello, this is the last tutorial in this series looking at applying text to our collage so that it makes sense to our viewers and it's informative and so that you can also use it as a revision resource. So I need to give it a title and I need to label all of my items. You can see that I've spent some time moving my images around and making sure that some are in front or behind others, putting different effects on them. And now we're going to put some text in this space that I've created here. So think about the positioning of your images and how you're going to fit in text when you're designing your page. The first thing I'm going to do is go over to my text tool, and that's the capital T that's over on the left hand side in my tools menu. Then I'm going to come over and click where I would like to approximately put my text. And for some reason that's decided not to work straight away. Okay, so that's worked that time. I've clicked on my text tool, clicked in my background, and it puts in a spacer text just to take up some space that it thinks you want to use, but that's obviously not the words that we want. So now I'm going to write in, whilst it's highlighted, the words that I would like. So I'm going to use the title non-apparel. And at the moment, it's really small. So I can click off it and use my move tool to move it around and position it where I'd like to. I can double click onto the letters, or I can double click over here in the layer menu inside the layer square where the T is, and that will also highlight my text. Once I'm in there, it's a little bit like Word. Up at the top here, I've got a menu where I can choose lots of different options, such as the style of font that I want to use. And the good thing about Photoshop is it gives us examples of what that font is going to look like. When I've chosen my font, I can then choose whether I want it to be regular or bold. This font only has a regular option, and then I can choose what size I want it to be. Now it looks as though it only goes up to 72 point size, but actually I can make it even bigger if I want to, just by typing in what I would like it to be. So I could put in 90, for instance, and that would make it really big. So there's my text. There are other things I can play with, such as the color. So for instance, for this color, I got my eyedropper and I made some colors, a color palette that I used to make everything match. And I chose an orange that would match some of my other oranges on here. I think this one came from my shade sale. Just like my images, I can add layer styles to this. So if I double click on my layer menu over here on the right hand side, then I get all of the layer styles come up, and I used a stroke in green. If I double click on the stroke menu, I can actually choose my color again. I can choose it from the swatch panel that I've created so that it matches really nicely. And then I'm ready to do other text. So one of the other little techniques or skills that I'd like to show you is how to place text on a curve. I quite often think that when we're placing images, it looks nice if our text follows the edge of the image, especially if it's an interesting image like this umbrella, for instance, or the curve of this man's shoulder. So I'll show you how to do text so that it's not just straight and traditional all the time. What we need to do is go over to our tools menu and we go down until we find the pen tool, which is just above the text tool. So we want to use this pen tool at the top today. And what we're going to do, you might find it easier to zoom in, so Control or Command plus. What we're going to do is we're going to left click and trace along the edge of the umbrella. And once we've done that, what we've done is we've created a path for the text to go on. Now this line will disappear after I've done my text, so don't worry about it. I'm going to go now and get my text tool. The first thing I'm going to do though, before I start typing, is I'm going to go up here and make sure I'm not making 90-point size text, because that would be ridiculously enormous. Oh, it's gone to the wrong one. I'll fix that later. Okay, this is really important. So I'm going to zoom in on the umbrella. I want you to notice that when I select the text tool, my little text icon is hovering in a square that is made out of little dots. Now, I want you to watch what happens as I get closer to the path that I've made. As I hover over it, the square changes and it becomes a little curve. This is the exact time that Photoshop recognizes the path is there and that's where I want to type. So when my cursor changes shape to that curved line, that's the exact point at which I need to left click and say, yes, that's where I want to type. And then I can type in my word. And I should be able to move that along, but that might have to be another video. So let's zoom out. There's my umbrella, and at the moment I can still see the pathway, but that's because it's still got that active. As soon as I click off that, the path disappears, and I can still move that word away. I think it actually does look a bit better if it sits slightly off. And sometimes it's a little bit difficult with your hand to get it exactly right. So you should have arrow keys on the bottom right hand side of your keyboard, and I find these really useful for moving small directions just to get things exactly where you want them. I'll just fix up my non-apparel title and make it nice and big again after I made that mistake. Now notice that, just quickly before I finish this tutorial, notice that non-apparel is hiding behind my hammock, which means my hammock layer is actually above non-apparel. So I just want to change that. So I'm going to grab my non-apparel layer, and this is where it's really helpful when I've layered everything, because what I need to do is just go up here and keep left clicking and dragging that non-apparel layer, and it looks as though that hammock, there it is, there's the hammock layer. So I just need to get it above that, and then I can see that the corner of that L just pops out and sits really nicely above the hammock. So I'll just turn on some of the things that I had done before. Oh, I've got two umbrellas now, so that you can see the finished or nearly finished idea. So I'm just going down, turning on all my little bits of text. I think I've got them all. There we go. I just need to put a name on my shopping bag, so I can do that later. I hope you found lots of interesting and challenging new skills from these videos, and that you have fun playing and experimenting and making a really cool collage for your focus area.